Good evening. Hi everyone, thanks for rejoining for the awards ceremony. You all look amazing. I'm particularly loving the elf hat that Gethin has on his head. We will allow you to swerve the black tie for the elf hat. And also a special shout out to Michael Vrugdenhill, who has a drawn black tie. That will do. We like full marks for full effort, yeah? You all look beautiful. Good to see you all. So thanks for coming back to rejoin us for the awards ceremony this evening. I'm not sure how many of you were logged on to the conference part of the day, but it was a real success, really stimulating. We had some really exceptional conversations and some great keynote speakers who graced us with their presence. But now the bit that you've all been waiting for, which is the awards ceremony, where we get to celebrate some of the best LLEX leaders with lived experience of the criminal justice system that are supporting others to turn their backs on crime and move into a better, happier way of life. So today we're going to celebrate 6 awards. And we've had lots and lots of amazing nominations. It was really difficult actually to shortlist some of the awards, especially. We had some really strong contenders. So thank you to everybody who nominated somebody. Thank you to all the nominees for the amazing work that you do. Don't be downhearted if you didn't make the shortlist. Next year, it will be your year. But for this year, we're going to celebrate the following. The Lex CJS Awards, we're going to celebrate the Entrepreneur of the Year. We're going to celebrate the Employee of the Year, Volunteer of the Year, Innovative Employer of the Year, Network Ally of the Year, and finally, the most exciting award of the evening for me, the Exceptional Prisoner Award. So let's get straight on to business. So for the Lex Criminal Justice System Entrepreneur of the Year, which is all about recognising individuals who have changed their own lives and are now supporting others by developing services to support others. The shortlisted candidates are, we have Adam Cornfoot at Easy Jail, Anthony Powell, Action Guidance Plus, and Michael Vrugdenhill at Kodat and Pink Umbrellas. I hope I pronounced your name correctly, Michael. Cool. And I'm really pleased to announce that the winner is Michael Vrugdenhill. Yay! Congratulations and cheers, Michael. Your award is ready, courtesy of Timpson's, and it will be winging its way to you as soon as we get your address. So make sure to give us that. No worries. Can you give us a few words, Michael, on what this award means to you, maybe a little bit about your journey?
Yeah, of course. Well, thanks, Anne-Marie. Quite shocked, to be honest. I've never really won anything at all, so I suppose I'll just copy what I do on TV. Yeah, the journey's been quite interesting, you know, from being behind a door, locked up for quite a considerable amount of time, to be co-founder of 2 organisations, trying to change essentially the system. You know, I think it demonstrates what's possible for people coming through the door back into the real world, and I will say it's not been easy. It's been really quite difficult. There's been lots of red tape going through the whole thing, but you know, we're doing something, we're making a difference. I think I'd just like to thank a few prominent people. My partners she's been with me through the whole thing. Obviously my family, and thirdly, my colleagues from Pink Umbrella and Kodak. And lastly, organisations such as Forward Trust, New Futures Network, Dale Carnegie, Unlocking Potential, and of course the New Leaf Network. So thank you very much.
It's our pleasure, Michael. Thank you for all the work that you do. And I think just want to touch upon what some of the judges' feedback was. They said that, you know, the digital inclusion and resilience of yourself stood out, and that's why they voted you as the winner. So thanks, Michael. And now the runner-up for the Entrepreneur of the Year award is, congratulations, Anthony Powell of Action Guidance Plus. Are you there, Anthony? Can you take yourself off mute, maybe, if you are there? He might not be here. We'll get him a certificate in the post anyway, but congratulations, Anthony, that's amazing. The judges said that they voted you the runner-up because of the time served, delivering and respect built, plus the amazing testimonials that came with your nomination. So congratulations.
Hello?
Are you here?
I'm
Yay!
here. Anthony
Come on,
there.
Anthony, you're late to the party.
Oh, you know, everyone, I
Give us a few
apologise.
words.
I've been working. I've just come out the youth offending service.
No excuses. Excuses don't pay the rent.
Oh man, thank you for everything, for everyone. I'm much appreciated. And I shall continue with my journey to change individuals' lives, especially young people's lives, and to make people know in custody that there is life after the bars. There is life outside. And yeah, thank you very much.
Congratulations, Anthony.
Yeah.
Lovely. This is definitely my favourite part of the day so far. Okay, without further ado, let's go on to the next award, which is the Lex Employee of the Year. This award is about recognising employees who go above and beyond to deliver their amazing work within institutions, organisations and the third sector. So the shortlisted finalists are, we have Chloe Carter at Be The Change, Callum Hutchinson at the Violence Reduction Unit in Glasgow, and Anthony Jefferson at the Hep C prison team. And the winner is Chloe Carter at Be The Change. Congratulations, Chloe.
Thank you, Mary Claire.
No problem at all, darling. Can you give us a few words on how you feel, and then I'll tell you some of the judges' feedback?
Oh, it's amazing. I'm sorry that I haven't been able to be part of things today. I've had a bit of a personal emergency, and that's why my video's not on. I'm in the car, but I'm really glad that I've made it for this part. You know, just being part of you know, the criminal justice system at this point, I think is, you know, feels like a privilege, and it's oh.
Are you okay? Well, congratulations.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's absolutely fine. Is there anything else you wanted to say, Chloe?
Yeah, I just wanted to say thank you really to Joshua Stunnell in particular, who is the director.
Oh, sorry, Chloe, you're cutting out, but I think you're saying that you want to... Sorry, Chloe, you're cutting out. I think you're just thanking Josh, who's the CEO of Be The Change, for all the support he's given you.
Enabling me.
I think, Chloe, if you put yourself...
position that I'm in, and
Can we mute?
pushes me all the time to continue to just be more and more ambitious for the
Chloe?
people that we work with. And
Sorry, Chloe, we can't hear you, darling.
Everyone that's listening will share.
Brilliant. Sorry, Chloe, we can't hear you very well, but I just want to give you some feedback. The judges said that the reason they awarded you the winner is because the feedback from your clients, and also being a female role model in a system that is unbalanced towards men. That was the reason that they gave for voting you as the winner. And for the next runner-up prize is, this was a difficult one with so many great shortlisted candidates, but we're going to award it to Callum Hutchinson at the Violence Reduction Unit in Glasgow. Some happy faces up in Scotland there tonight. Is Callum here with us, Jerry?
Yes, I'm here. Aye.
Hi, Callum. If you just might giving us a little bit maybe about your journey and how this feels, and anything else that you think is important.
Yeah, it's amazing to even be shortlisted, and my journey has been quite a whirlwind, to be honest. I've spent most of my teenage years in prison. I was 16 till I was 21 in the system. And then 4 years ago, changed my life for a life-saving intervention by the VRU, and I've now worked my way up to be a senior development officer within that organisation, creating hope and opportunity for people who are coming out of prison, in prison, and ex-offenders want to change their life. So I dedicate this to them, because without them, I certainly wouldn't be where I am today as well. And I'll thank Jerry for putting me up for this nomination, and everybody else, and I'll congratulate Chloe for winning it as well. I'm very humbled to be here. Thank you.
Oh, thanks, Callum. That's really kind, and it sounds like you more than deserved a nomination, so thanks for all the work that you do. So on to the next award, which is the Lex CJS Volunteer of the Year. I don't think volunteers and the work that they do can ever be shouted about loud enough. My journey to where I am now began as a volunteer. I did that for a good year, and it was probably the most important and enjoyable part of my journey. So this is an award that's close to my heart. And it's about recognising volunteers and the work that the amazing work that they do to support the community. And the shortlisted candidates are, we've got Luke Burgess, Tony Hopkins, and Samantha Bignell. And the winner is, congratulations, Luke Burgess at Leeds Youth Justice Services. Congratulations, Luke. Is Luke with us this evening? We'll give him a few seconds because he might be on mute. Have we got Luke? Oh no. Well, does anybody know Luke? Okay, we'll be sure
I
to get this.
Sorry, that's Rachel. I do.
Hi, Rachel.
Hi.
Hi, Rachel. Would you mind obviously getting Luke to get in touch with us, and we'll make sure that we post out his lovely award from Timpson's to him?
I will, yeah.
Is there anything that you can tell us about Luke, about why he deserves this award?
I mean, I've only just been working with Luke briefly for the sort of last 6 months, but what I've just picked up is that his motivation to make a difference, to his resilience to keep on trying. I think he's just secured a job, but for all the knockbacks that he's had, he's kept on doing volunteering and wanting to sort of progress. So yeah, he definitely deserves.
Oh, that's brilliant. Thanks, Rachel. Just some of the feedback that the judges gave around Luke's nomination was that they felt his breadth of experience and the resilience that he'd shown, which was mentioned earlier as a fundamental characteristic that's needed to succeed, is the reason why he was awarded the award of Volunteer of the Year. So for the next bit, the runner-up category, the runner-up award goes to Tony Hopkins at Leeds Youth Justice Services again. And she also mentors in residential services. So I'm not sure if that's two split roles or whether that's one role. Is Tony here today? No, Tony? Okay, well, the judges said that the reason she was voted as the runner-up was because she gives so much back when she faces so much herself. And I think that's quite typical, actually, of the lived experience community, is that they are selfless quite often in the energy that they will give to others when potentially going through something themselves. So congratulations, Tony, and a massive congratulations to Luke for being the winner. The next award category is around innovative employment practices. So Innovative Employer of the Year, and this recognises employers with innovative practices who actively recruit and support people with convictions. So something that we really want to celebrate. The shortlisted candidates are, we've got Liaison and Diversion NHS Birmingham and Solihull. We've got Reactivate the Nation. And we also have Jigsaw Recovery Project. And the winner is, congratulations, L&D Birmingham and Solihull Mental Health NHS Foundation. It's fantastic. Do we have a representative from the Trust who might want to say a few words?
Hi, I think Neelam's on the call as well. She's our service manager. We'd just like to say that it's actually been a great journey for us since we started employing people with lived experience, and now it's gone out nationally from the trial site that we started in Birmingham. So there was us in another area, and it's been the most fantastic experience to help the people with lived experience progress. Samir was one of our first peer mentors who is also on the call. I don't know if he wants to say anything.
Samir, are you there?
Yeah, I am there. You know what? It's an honor, and I really want to leave it to Neelam because I don't want it to be a conflict of interest because I'm a network member as well, but it's been an amazing journey.
Wow.
Yeah, so yeah, it's just been fantastic for us to be able to break those barriers within the NHS. And so two of our peer mentors, Samir and Jay, are now actually working within the NHS. So it's fantastic.
Brilliant. Thank you for that. So congratulations. The judges said about the NHS L&D service in Birmingham and Solihull that it was all about the health, inclusion and focus, and actually about really valuing, equitably valuing lived experience. That was why they voted you as the winners, and I couldn't agree more. The runner-up for the innovative employer is Reactivate the Nation. Congratulations, guys. Massive congratulations. And the judges said that they were impressed by the range of services provided and the changing of mindsets that you do. Again, there was lots of strong nominees for this category. Is Reactivate the Nation here? Anybody here?
I am here.
Hello, let me just try and...
I think you got my dad in the picture.
Hello, how are you? Watch, I can't see who you are. Sorry, it just says iPhone. I'm not going to call you iPhone.
Oh, I'm Michelle I'm the director and founder of Reactivate the Nation.
Yay! Congratulations, Michelle. Is there anything you want to say about Reactivate?
We are all passionate about changing lives and making a difference to the lives of others, and that's our passion. And I'm just so thrilled to receive the runner-up award. So thank you.
Congratulations, it's amazing.
Thank you.
Okay, the next award.
We won.
You know, these conferences and awards that we're going to keep running year in, year out even, they're all about lived experience, but we would never be where we are today if it weren't for the help, support, platforms, advice, guidance that we're given by our allies, by our many allies within the criminal justice system. Dare I say it, actually, without you guys, we wouldn't be where we are today. Without you guys kind of really battling for prison reform and to elevate the voices of people that have lived experience of the system. Without you, it just wouldn't be possible, and we wouldn't have the reach that we have, and we wouldn't have the momentum that it feels like we're finally gathering. So again, another award that's very, very important to the network. It's about recognising those outside the network who champion our cause and community. And the shortlisted organisations are Clinks, Dara McCarthy at RMF Group, and Rachel Shipley. And we'll announce the winner. The winner is, congratulations, Dara at RMF Group. Dara did say he was going to try and join us.
I'm here.
You might not be able to understand him though, so if you need...
I've been here all day.
Give us a few words.
Yeah, no, first of all, blown away by the ceremony. I'm very proud of you, what you've put together today. Honestly, amazing achievement for New Leaf, and I'm delighted to see the growth in the company. But from our point of view, I don't think we deserve awards. You know, it's working with ex-offenders for ourselves is, you know, turned our company in from 3 internal staff to having over 35 full-time members of staff. You know, it's been a difficult year for our in-custody training, but look, things seem to be turning a corner, and we hope that we can continue to offer as many opportunities to serve and annex offenders. You know, we're like at present, we're involved in some very exciting programs. We've got the first people ever to be on Rottle building a prison. So we've got serving offenders coming out and building a prisons and so forth. So times are changing, and you know, for people in custody, and we can just look at this awards today, there's never been so many good opportunities for people coming out of prison, and we're delighted to be a part of it. And again, I think you deserve the awards today. You know, what you put today, we have plenty of conversations. I'm blown away, and I'm very proud of you, and delighted to see what you've done today.
Well, that's really kind, Dara. Thank you. Just to give you a bit of feedback from the judges, they said that the reason they awarded you as the winner was the range of testimonials, which suggested that he's one of a kind. We can definitely vouch that Dara is one of a kind. And also, a term that I really love, actually, is the practical allyship that RMF Group provide to our community. Such a beautiful saying. I've actually got goosebumps, but that practical allyship is something that the network is going to take forward. But yeah, congratulations, Dara. Very well deserved.
And thanks for being a part of it.
Anytime. And now on to the runner-up. The runner-up award goes to Clinks. Congratulations, Clinks. Amazing. Yay. It's one of our favourites. Anne, do you want to give us a few words about anything?
Yeah, in a beautiful accent like Dara's, actually. So we're winning. It means the world, actually, being nominated. We were really chuffed when we saw this the other day. We are here to help you to do your job, and to be recognised for that is all we need. Well, you know, we need a few quid to do it with, and all the rest. But you're amazing. It's an absolute pleasure and a privilege to stand by you, by leaders with lived experience, and to try and knock down some barriers and to try and make space. And we'll continue to do that for as long as that help is helpful. We're also very conscious that sometimes maybe it isn't. And we need to think about, am I in a seat that somebody else is rightfully should be in? But for as long as you need that help is there. Mary Claire, you've put on a brilliant event. I'm buzzing. It's just great, and we're absolutely delighted. The team will be thrilled. Thanks everybody, and well done, Dara. Mahan Buchel.
Yeah, the Irish Quarter flying the flag for the ally support, brilliant. Just to kind of touch upon Clinks, and I know we all feel the same in this award ceremony. Clinks do amazing work to support the voluntary sector, and genuinely, without them kind of finding out all the information and knowledge, it would be a lot more difficult to navigate the criminal justice system without the advice, guidance and hand-holding that Clinks have always provided. And Anne personally has always been a massive advocate of the Lex movement, and yeah, we're glad to have her. What would we do without her? And the final award, the one that you've all been waiting for, we kind of battled over the title of this award, because who wants, it's prisoner, it's like, do we say the word prisoner, do we not say the word prisoner? Ultimately, I think we just went with layman's terms of just celebrating people who are still serving custodial sentences. They are prisoners, but are doing crazy, amazing, off-the-wall things to help the community. We had some really, this was the most difficult award to choose, I think, from what the judges were saying, and it's about recognising outstanding individuals in our community that are going to go on to do amazing things in the community if they're not already. So the shortlisted candidates for the Outstanding Exceptional Prisoner are, we have Renato Cardoso, I hope I've spelt your name right, pronounced your name right, at Reactivate, Renato Cardoso. We have Steve Gerling at FSFE, and we have Dan White at DWRM, which means do what really matters. And the winner is, congratulations to Dan White at DWRM. Congratulations, a lot of happy people in the audience today. Yay. Is there anybody, is Dan here, or Ruth? I know that Dan's not here. Ruth, go on, we'd love to hear from you.
Hi, Mary Claire. Thank you so much on behalf of Dan. He can't be here because he's in Hollesley Bay and they kick him out of the office at 4 o'clock, but he'll be absolutely thrilled. We were just talking about this earlier, and he was really chuffed to be nominated. And I just wanted to echo what everyone else has said. This has been such a fantastic event. You've done an amazing job, Mary Claire. It's really emotional, and yeah, thank you.
Oh, fab. And do you want to tell us a little bit about DWRM, Ruth?
Oh yeah, okay, thanks. So we're a newish social enterprise. We've been going since May. Dan and I are co-directors, and our goal is to bring a much greater opportunity for further and higher education to people in prison. So we're really well underway with our new business. Most of it was done, we set up our whole business, but mainly by letter, writing our business plan and communicating by prearranged phone calls when Dan was allowed to phone. And now he has a much better contact, so it's much easier to be running a business together, but he should be out very soon. And we're really excited about what we're going to be offering to people in prison, because we know that education makes such a big difference. And Dan is a shining example of that. He's achieved his undergrad and his master's while he's been in prison, and he's now just started his PhD. So,
he sounds like an amazing person. Can't wait to meet him.
Thank you.
And to move on to the final award of the evening, the runner-up award for the Exceptional Prisoner goes to Steve Gerling at FSFE, which is Fresh Start, I think, Future Enterprises. Is Steve here at all? I'm assuming not, because we know the issues with Rottles and things. Okay. Steve's not going to be here, so I'll just mention why the judges chose Steve. It says Steve manages this new project, Fresh Start, whilst being on Rottle, helping others within HMP Norwich through employability training, all while serving a custodial sentence himself. So yeah, just one of the many amazing people that we've heard of today. So that's it for the awards. I just want to touch upon a few of the awards that we had to drop because I think they kind of pinpoint where we're at, really, in terms of the Lex movement. We had, for example, an award category which was Statutory Manager of the Year. And the reason we had that was because we all know of people that are working within the system, within HMPPS specifically, that have got that lived experience and have got previous convictions. And I know this because they tell me, they disclose to me, in secret usually, that they've got this experience and that they can't unfortunately share that because they're worried about the fallback from their colleagues. And that just makes me really, really sad, especially because HMPPS have just released this new strategy around recruitment, you know, basically trying to employ more people with lived experience. And my challenge to HMPPS was that is fab, and we couldn't ask for more than the roles that you're giving to people with lived experience at the moment. But what about the people that are already employed within the system? What about the probation approved premises managers who can't tell anybody that they've got, you know, a conviction from 20, 30 years ago? What about the governor who's got multiple convictions from being a young person? Surely the work starts there at making them feel comfortable enough to kind of be open and transparent about their histories, you know. Not that everybody has to be. If you don't ever want to disclose that you've got a conviction, we're not here to say that you should do that or you shouldn't do that. But for me, I think the sadness comes from this place of not daring to do that because of fear of the fallout and the repercussions from colleagues and the system itself. You know, unfortunately, people can't talk about their lived experience without the nod from their managers and their bosses. And I feel like that's the missing link for me. So the reason that we didn't have many nominations for the Statutory Manager of the Year was for fear of how that would affect them in their career paths and in their, you know, senior positions. And I completely understand that. But I think that's the thing that we need to challenge, is that, you know, if we're going to be encouraging more recruitment from the talent pool that we're talking about, we need to do more work around making it okay for the people that are already under that banner to be open and transparent about it. And then that's when I feel like our work will be done. When that's okay and people can be open and transparent if they want to, that's when I feel we will have achieved our aim. But in the meantime, I personally still feel that there's there's a lot of work to be done. What about you guys? Can I get a hands up if you feel that we're there, that we're coasting now, lived experience is valued, there's not much more work to be done on it? Hands up if you feel that we're there. Okay, we've got a few hands up, that's good, that's positive. We were just going on to the other screen, sorry, because we've got about 40 participants. Okay, and hands up if you feel that we're not there, that there's still a good way, a good bit of the journey to go. Okay. Yeah, so it's a pretty resounding, there's still a fair way to go. Does anybody want to sort of talk about why they feel there's a long way to go? Gethin, let's go to you in your elf hat. Especially because you've just been taken on, haven't you, as a role within HMIP, is it?
HMPPS, yeah. So I've kind of been taken on more through unlocking potential, but I've been taken on as a lived experience consultant for the reunification of probation within England and Wales. And I'll have the opportunity to work with Jim Barton, Piers Sinha, and also direct links to Lucy Fraser about making sure that the voice of the lived experience is actually being heard, you know. But I'm also going to be a little bit like what was being said earlier as well. I'm not just going to get the voice of the people that are actually on probation at the moment, but also the probation officers that are also feeling that they're not being heard or listened to, so they can't do what it is that they need to do. But yeah, we're still a long way off from where it is that we need to be. And you've heard me say this very lots of time, Mary Claire, is the truth of the matter is, what we need to really ask the criminal justice system, them highest people, is, do you truly believe in rehabilitation? Because if you truly believe in rehabilitation, I should be able to work anywhere within it. Yeah, that means that I could be a governor, I could be the CEO of HMPPS, anything at all. When we look at substance misuse services, they truly believe in recovery. Yeah, so I could literally get Mike Tracy's job as CEO of the Forward Trust. Yeah, there's no glass ceiling. So the journey that we're on at the moment is to change the minds of those real high up influential leaders, and get them to believe in rehabilitation so we can work anywhere at all. And that is when our job is done. But we've got a long way to go.
Agreed, Gareth. And I think for me, you're right about the service user engagement and the probation engagement. I think that as well, there's a space for the voices that have emerged out of that, because we all know that hindsight gives us a lot more knowledge, doesn't it? That reflective period. And I think it's about engaging everybody, regardless of where they're at in the desistance journey.
Can I just say as well, Mary Claire, you know, within this role as well that I've got, I'm just a conduit and a voice. Yeah, I'm not under any misconception. My experience, of the criminal justice and probation system was over 14 years ago. Yeah, it's redundant. Yeah, the voices I need now are the people that are actually going through it, recently gone through it, or people in custody at the moment. You know, I just want to be the conduit for them voices, and that's why I want to be connected to New Leaf, Forward Trust, and all of the other organisations that can actually lift them voices up and put them in the rooms where they need to be heard.
Sounds like a plan, and we'll join you on that. That's what the New Leaf Network's all about: creating a platform, creating a safe space for communication, support, and ultimately progression. You got a few round of applause there, Gethin, from a few happy members who totally agreed with what you're saying.
Marie Colette.
Yes, Samir.
Can I add something to that? Because I think we are a long way away, and I feel a lot of the services are tokenistic around it, and that's the reality of it, because they go against.
Say that again, sorry, Samir, it cut out. Say that again.
So basically, I think I agree with what Gareth was saying. I think a lot of the services are quite tokenistic around employing lived experiences within the services, and it goes against the Rehabilitation Act. And I think I was on a forum the other week, and they were talking about if they can add in policy another protected characteristic around people with lived experience in the criminal justice system, and I think that would be the way forward.
So I think that's probably the topic for the next conference. Do we believe that criminality should be a protected characteristic? I'm not sure, but we'll debate this outside of the network. Has anybody else got anything they want to share about today or anything before? Adam?
Just with what, in relation to what Samir's just said before there, it's strange. I recently had a conversation with a local charity up in the northeast of England here who work with prisoners' families. And it was while I was actually going through a battle in the family court for my own two children, which I represented myself as a litigant in person, and the desirable outcome was achieved. However, when I tried to engage with such charity, I was told I wasn't vulnerable enough. I can't apologise for the fact I can read and write, and I can actually manage my own life. You know, I shouldn't be discriminated against because of that. And however, I've recently been speaking to a couple of representatives from the same organisation, and I said, so why aren't you running these parenting classes online and things like that? And they says, well, we'll have to be careful of the people we work with. I said, but a face-to-face training session I attended with your organisation at the start of last year, due to COVID, you are now delivering on Zoom. And they said, but that's for professionals. So can't service users be professionals too? And I think a lot of organisations need to actually take note of that fact, because people who have been through the system also do live professional lives and are professional people. You know, we haven't all got problematic existences. Thank you. Cheers.
No, I totally agree. And that's why I'm with the risk debate discussion element, I called it pros and cons, because there is that kind of split, isn't there? It's like you can't be a professional. So for example, our old director had exactly the same qualifications as her, not the same previous experience, but same qualifications. And I'm a professional, right? I'm a CEO. But she would always be the professional and I'd be the ex-prisoner. And it's like, actually, I'm an ex-prisoner, but I'm still a professional. It's like the merging of the two together. I couldn't agree more. Yeah, and it's kind of dumbing down, isn't it, for service users all the time? Tev, what you got to say?
Thank you, Mary Claire. Firstly, before I do forget, I'd just like to say a massive, massive congratulations to you and the style and the way that it's all been presented today. I'm thrilled. You know, we was in it, like, you know, we got involved at the beginning. I could never have imagined it was going to be as good as this. So Well done.
I'm not good with compliments, you know, guys. Can we stop?
Right. Okay. Also, thank you to all our colleagues who helped putting this together as well. Samir, Ad, Zach, Gareth. So thank you to all of us who kind of put this together as well.
And isn't this just a testament to what lived experience can achieve? Isn't this just a testament to what we can all achieve when we join together? Because it wasn't just me. We've had a meeting twice a week for the past 7 weeks where we've kind of all got to this point under a crazy deadline that we gave ourselves. So it's not just me. Congratulations to all of you. I couldn't have done it without you in my camp. Tribe.
Right, so that's the fluffy stuff over.
Yeah,
I just want to say that. I'd just like to say, I've been working in the, I'll call it the ex-offender arena for now, just so everybody understands what I'm saying. I've been working in it, and in particular, I started in 2016 working in Spring Hill for creating opportunities for ex-offenders. So I'd like to think I've got a little bit of a pedigree to say what I'm saying now. But whilst I agree that there's still great strides to make, let's also reflect on the strides that have been taken and have been made since 2016 to now, because new organisations are coming up all the time who are now more amenable or make commitments to employing ex-offenders. It was quite a difficult time in 2016, and I've only got 4 years of it. So I imagine if you go back a further few years, it's going to even show more of a trend, an upwards trend now, basically. So congratulations to all the winners. Well done to all the employers for practicing what everybody's preaching. And let's just move on and keep moving this momentum forward so that we can.
And let's celebrate HMPPS as well. HMPPS, they're trying, and hopefully networks like ours can support them to do it right. They may not be doing it right now. They may not be doing it right in 2 years' time, but we will, if we join together, we won't make it perfect, but we can make it better.
Marie-Claire, Anna wants to come in, sorry.
She does. I was just
just in case you screen.
The wonderful Anne Fox.
Hello. It's a brilliant conversation. I'm really glad you asked that question. And it showed, you know, I think I'd absolutely agree with Tevik. Strides have been made. And I think now it's about looking at, well, what does the end goal look like? And for my thinking, until people are treated with the utmost respect for what they bring to be seen as talent and to be seen as an asset all along, then services are missing out. Like McDonald's wouldn't design a burger without asking me as a pretty fat person what I thought of it, right? So why would you design a prison? Why would you develop a service and not asking people, you know, what do you think? And I think that's really important. I think Gethin is absolutely right. One of the things for me, and I know me and Samir are going to be in email conversation, there are places, I think, when we have to celebrate and say, this is really good that certain things are happening. So you may have seen there are some opportunities for people with lived experience of prison in the Prison Leavers Project, being run by MOJ, but they've also just done some secondments where actually some of the messages that went out maybe weren't right. We're working with them about it, but maybe somebody that is working in the sector a long time but has convictions wouldn't be eligible for those jobs because of those convictions. So there's something about getting it right. And also it was interesting what Gethin said about Mike Trace's job. Some people with lived experience wouldn't be able to have Mike Trace's job because of a terrible law that says that people with certain convictions can't run charities. That law is wrong. And we fought it as far as we could. And so I think we have to keep that pressure, and we have to keep talking about, you know, always asking, where is the lived expertise in this room, and what right do I have, and how on earth, you know, I wouldn't try and design a McDonald's burger. So why would I think that I could try and design this? So making those spaces all the time. But I am a great believer in a party. Maybe it's the Irishness. I think we do need to celebrate as we go along, because people also can't always just be talked to in, you're not, you know, in a deficit model, no more than we would for somebody going through the system. Focus on their negatives and their needs. We know that doesn't work. But brilliant night, brilliant day. Thanks a million, everybody.
I love what you just said, Anne, though, just to pick up on that point about we wouldn't we wouldn't like go in on somebody if they messed up, if they were a service user. You know, we'd be gentle with them, we'd be understanding, we'd kind of hold their hand and go with them on a journey towards understanding. And I definitely feel, I agree with what you've just said about the celebration. If we focus on what's working or what's heading in the right direction, maybe is a better way of phrasing it. If we focus on that, we'll get more of that. If we focus on the negative stuff that's not working, you know, well, we're not going anywhere, we're just focused on the problem. So for me, it's all about being solution focused, all about being progressive. Practical allyship is the key phrase for me today. And that's hopefully what the network will bring to people, regardless of where they're at in their journey, regardless of whether they're a CEO of a £30 million turnover company, or whether it's Sharon who's coming out of female prison on Monday. You know, hopefully everybody will be able to benefit from the insight and the support of the network and our amazing allies. And if you'd like to be involved in the network further, because we are growing, we are gathering momentum, just drop me an email at info@newleafcic.org and we'll put you on the mailing list and we'll keep you up to date with newsletters. We'll invite you to the next conference, and yeah, we'll just take you with us on the journey that is Lex CJS and the New Leaf Network. So I'm going to let you all go back to your evenings now. Did anyone else want to speak before we go, before we sign off? I can't. Anthony, is your hand up or are you just holding the phone? I think your hand,
I'm just holding the phone, but it's all right. I'll talk anyway. So can you hear me?
I can now.
Yeah, I just want to say to everyone, keep up the hard work, you know, and keep striving to help others, you know, yeah, just give people opportunities, you know, and give them some self-belief that, you know, in custody, getting released from custody, there is light on the other side, you know, and we can change and we can do great stuff and we can do good things and continue to do that. So that's what I like to say. So thank you.
I choke on my last.
Okay. So thank you for everyone and everything and the whole team.
Marie-Claire, can I just say something? Somebody messaged me something while we've been on the conference here. So basically, what they're saying is, you know, a lot of people that are setting up their own companies and organizations, and this fits in with what you're saying and that, yeah, in the sense of because they can't see a progression ladder within the criminal justice system or the HMPPS, for an example, that end up diverting and setting up their own companies because it's a lot more easier to access that kind of thing.
Yeah,
but where the structural changes to happen is within big organizations that to looking to recruit individuals with criminal justice backgrounds. You know what I mean? It's a tricky one, isn't it?
No, it is. Any other comments before we sign off? Adam.
I'd just like to say it because I feel it needs said. There's a gap in the market for a lot of services which are delivered to people in prison and their families. And it was the services which weren't available which actually led me to start trading as easyjail.co.uk post quite not long after I was released from custody myself. And a lot of people actually fall by the wayside because if people don't have addictions, they're not up to their eyeballs in debt, they can manage their finances, they're actually forgotten about because a lot of people, albeit well-intentioned, can't make money off the back of those people. And as well, I come from another forgotten about segment of the of this movement, really. I'm proud to maintain my innocence and actively be fighting conviction. And there's a lot of organisations out there who work with prisoners maintaining their innocence. Yet how can we actually build a bridge there so that when people are maintaining their innocence, they approach an organisation for help, they're not actually snubbed. People need to be respected as the person they are, who they say they are to be when they walk through the door.
And I suppose that takes us back to that risk assessment conversation, maybe about just believing people and how they present potentially. Like you say, not everyone that's been to prison is guilty of the offence that they're charged with. We know that for a fact. So yeah, puts you in a difficult category.
MC, can I say one last thing? I want to say thank you to everybody that's made this possible. And thank you, Marie-Claire, for all of the hard work that you put into this alongside all of us. You know what, be proud. And I know you don't take compliments, Bob, but you know what? It's been amazing. So be proud.
Yeah, I've enjoyed it. You know, it's just like having a conversation with old friends, isn't it? So cheers to you. Cheers to us all. Let's keep doing the great work that we're doing. Any other comments? Because I am going to make you go back to your families now. Lovely to see all your faces, and congratulations to the winners. We love you. We'll see you next year. Take care. Don't let COVID get you. Bye.